You know what time it is, everybody? Time now for my three picks. Each week, me and the almighty Coin, we pick three games against the spread for the world of college football as we get set to pick three games for the week of November the 17th, 2018. But before we dive into those three games, let's go ahead and review the last three games that we picked from the week of November the 10th. And how about it? The Coin and I went undefeated for the first time this season, and I think for the first time maybe ever, the Coin and I were a perfect 3-0 last week against the spread, and here's the proof. Georgia was a 14-point favorite against Auburn. The Bulldogs covered, won by 17. West Virginia, an 11.5-point favorite to beat slumping TCU. West Virginia won the game by 37 points, so that was a master lock. And Texas, a 1.5-point favorite at Texas Tech. Well, give Texas Tech credit for coming back and tying it, but Texas got the game-winning touchdown in the final minute to win by 7 points. So there you have it. 3 for 3 as the Coin and I picked the exact same three games on the exact same side. So my lead remains at 4 games. I'm in a documented 21 wins, 11 losses, and a tie. And by the way, I have clinched my second consecutive winning season because there's only 3 weeks to go. So, even if I were to lose every single game from now until the end of the year, let's hope that doesn't happen, but if it did, I would still finish above 500. The Coin, by the way, is above 500, remaining 4 games back thanks to its perfect week. The Coin has a record of 17 wins, 15 losses, and 1 push. So let's dive into the 3 games for this week. We'll start in the Big 12, TCU at Baylor. Believe it or not, the Baylor Bears are 1 win away. That's right. 1 win away from bowl eligibility. Not a bad job by Matt Rule. 1-point underdog against a TCU team that's lost 4 of their last 5 games and just got their asses kicked by West Virginia. It was embarrassing. You're not used to seeing Gary Patterson teams lose by that much. I think Baylor has a little bit more to play for. TCU needs to win their last 2 to get to bowl eligibility. But Baylor at home needing 1 more win to get to 6 and that bowl eligibility mark. Give me the Bears. Plus the 1. If the Coin lands on heads, likes the favorite, tails, underdog, and the Coin, it's going to go with TCU. Now let's dive into Syracuse against Notre Dame. They're playing this one at a baseball stadium. That's right, Yankee Stadium in Bronx, New York. Yeah, it's kind of home slanted for Syracuse. Of course, Notre Dame undefeated, 3rd in the country. Syracuse, by the way, they've won 4 in a row and have scored a ton of points in each of those last 4 games. I don't know who wins the game. I think it's going to be very competitive, but I'm going to tell you what. I love the way that Syracuse is coached by Coach Babers. This is a team that's gotten the most out of what they've had, and the pressure for Notre Dame to remain undefeated, I think, is going to mount. Notre Dame probably wins, but Syracuse is getting 10 points. That's a lot for a game of this magnitude, so give me the orange plus the 10 from the Bronx, and the Coin. Drop the dang thing. Let's try again. There we go. Reflip. And the Coin is going to go with Notre Dame. And finally, Cincinnati against Central Florida. College game day, by the way, in Orlando for this big showdown for the Knights, who, by the way, are still undefeated. New coach, Josh Heupel, but it's still a winning mentality for UCF. And yes, Cincinnati's got a pretty good defense. The Bearcats have only lost once this year, but this will be the best offense by far that Cincinnati has faced all year long, playing on the road. Again, college game day at Central Florida. It's going to be a night game. I look for Central Florida's high-scoring offense to continue to excel. So give me UCF minus the 7 and the Coin, by the way. Here we go. If I can hold on to the dang thing. The Coin is going to go with Central Florida. So the Coin and I had a couple of disagreements. Those were my 3 picks. What were yours? Don't forget my post-game of Oklahoma-Kansas, which should be an easy OU victory. I'll have that post-game after the OU-Kansas game sometime on Saturday night, the 17th. So make sure to check that out. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We will have my 3 picks coming up a little earlier in the week. Next week, it won't be on a Friday, but it'll be sometime earlier in the week as we're heading down the home stretch of the college football season. Hard to believe. That's it for my 3 picks for this week, and we'll see you next time.